look who we found here. It's a wild Tepig. Welcome back to the second installment of PokeMMO. I'm your host, Snow, and in today's episode, we are still in the Unova region. We only have 2 gym badges, but I was able to find this wild Tepig. Now, as I mentioned before, in PokeMMO, you can find the starters in the wild. If you go to their Pokedex entries, it'll tell you where to find them and in what regions, and then from there, it'll say that its rarity is lure, meaning you have to use a lure. It's basically the opposite of a repel, but when you are in the area that you can find the starter in, and you have a lure being used, you have a 5% encounter rate with the starter Pokemon. So with that being said, this guy took me about maybe 10-15 minutes off camera to find, and then as soon as I found him, I decided, like, yeah, let's start recording. So here I'm just trying to weaken him up and kind of capture him. I used Blitzel because he has Flame Charge, which isn't going to be super effective against Tepig, so that's where I wanted to use Blitzel at. Now with Tepig, this is actually great. This is amazing because this is the very first starter that I found, very first encounter with Tepig. And just wait till you see these IVs. This thing is low-key goated, guys. As you can see here, he has a 31 IV stat. I can't see exactly which one that one's for because the screen's so small when I'm recording my voiceovers, but all the other IVs are at the lowest, like mid-teens. Everything else is really, really good. And yeah, I'm thinking for at least this part of the game, Tepig is going to be a core member of our team. And I definitely plan on catching more Tepig later on down the line so that way I can breed them because, like I said before, I would like to have multiple different teams that I can use in multiple different regions throughout multiple different parts of the game. And I can just kind of swap them out and it's going to be great. But we're going to nickname Tepig because he's honestly a rare find, and for a first encounter, that's great. So we nicknamed him Steve with 3 E's. That's a reference to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If you know the movie and has that little monkey named Steve. Yeah, that's where we got him from. So here we're here, and we have a wild Snivy in Pinwheel Forest. Basically the same thing that we used to do Tepig, and this thing took me quite a bit of time to catch, so yeah, that's why I have the video sped up. But essentially, I plan on doing the same thing with Snivy that I plan on doing with Tepig. Now, I know I already have a Snivy, so I'm just catching Snivies at this point because I would like to have some Snivies available to sell. And as well as that, I'd like to have some available to breed, so that way later on in the game, when I go to different regions, I can pretty much start off with like a really overpowered Snivy stat-wise. And it's going to be the same thing with all the starters. Like I said, I'm going to be building multiple different teams that I can keep in my inbox, just teams of 6 that I can kind of swap out and use at different times. Now you'll see that this Snivy has a 31 IV for HP, which is really good, but some of its other stats are really, really low. So it's looking like we are actually going to be putting him in the box, and we're either going to sell him off or we're going to breed him. And in this next clip, I'll kind of show you what I mean. So right here, I have both Snivy and Servine's stats kind of hand in hand. Now, Servine was my base Snivy that I got from the professor, so he has all 15 IVs, whereas Snivy doesn't. And you guys will see Servine has, like, I think it's like 90 out of 140 IV spots filled, and Snivy has 87, I believe, out of like 140. So therefore, Servine is stronger. And on top of that, I took a look at their natures. I looked it up. I don't remember what their natures are, but I determined that Servine's nature is actually going to be better suited for our team than Snivy's is anyways. So Snivy is going to stay in the box, and I'm either going to sell him off later or I'm going to breed him. And like I said, off camera, I'm going to catch multiples of all the different starters, so that way we can kind of do the same thing with them anyways. You know, in a regular Pokemon game, you only have the choice of 1 starter, so the fact that you can have all 3, like, I'm taking full advantage of it. And we're rocking with a freaking Tepig and a Servine on our team right now, which is great. Now, we are in the 3rd city, or the 3rd gym leader city for this game. I forget the name of it because, again, I can barely see the screen when I'm recording, but as you can see here, we just have Tepig, who is 1 level away from evolving, and we're just going to kind of skip through the different parts so we can knock out all the important crap so we can get to the gym battle. But as you can see, I forget the blonde girl's name, but she's very, very, very immature and irresponsible, and managed to let Team Plasma steal one of her Pokemon. That's just part of the storyline, but again, I have no idea how that even happens. They're not even all that strong, but hey, it is what it is. So Basically, we're just going through all the monologue stuff and dialogue and just getting to the point where we can actually defeat Team Plasma here in the city and we can actually battle the gym leader. So that's some pretty cool stuff there. So we're actually just going to follow him up here. And we're going to skip ahead a bit because a lot of this is just unnecessary. And in this city, I was running out of storage on my computer, so it was kind of glitching out. So yeah, we're kind of there. But as you see, if you come all the way over to the left-hand side of the city, you'll kind of follow the gym leader down here. So we're just going to go down here. And if we just keep on going, the gym is on the right, and there he is on the left. So we are going to handle Team Plasma real quick. He's going to have a double battle, and we're going to be stuck with a single battle. So nothing too serious right there. And also, I will say, I'm sure some of you guys have noticed, we are a little underleveled. It's no big deal. We actually are underleveled, like pretty underleveled when we face a third gym leader, but I'm going to give you guys like a little bit of a spoiler. We win anyways. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So he's going to send out Crocodile. I think that's his name. I don't remember correctly, but we're going to send out Panpour, and we're just going to start water gunning this thing. And so as you guys can see, this should be pretty much an easy battle, easy pickings for us. Now, do remember, though, this game's AI makes it a lot more competitive, so battling in this game, as well as getting money, is going to be a bit different and a bit more difficult than the regular Pokemon games. Whereas the regular Pokemon games, you can just kind of attack your way through them. With these games, you know, it's not quite the case. Like, it's more competitive. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my dog just walking around and shaking and just being noisy in the background. Don't mind him. It's kind of become a regular thing anyways. It doesn't seem like it picks up too much whenever he's moving around in the background, but just in case you guys hear it, I wanted to let you guys know. So these two are going to come back, and they're like, oh, well, we got lost, but the X-Transceiver, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to ask us to go in there and pretty much meet up with Team Plasma and them. So they're counting on us to go in there, but we're going to say, LOL, nope. And we're going to go straight to the Pokemon Center and heal up because, I'm sorry, but we're playing this game on my time. And especially not this lady's time who's all in the way and then wants to ask me if I know about Geonet. I don't care. This isn't on the DS. And even then, I didn't ask. But anyways, so we're just going to heal up real quick. And then we're going to make our way back to the building that we were just at. So that way we can just kind of go finish off this Team Plasma section of the storyline. So we're just going to leave the Pokemon Center now. And yeah, I think it's really funny though. Like, they're probably all sitting in the building like, where is Snow? Where is he? Oh my gosh, why is he always taking forever? He was just right out there. Where'd he go? Well, man, I had to go heal up, like fighting for you. So like, screw off. But yeah, so as you guys can see, again, we just go down here, and right on the left, you'll actually see it. There's a person doing a battle with Team Plasma right there. We're gonna go in here, and we're just gonna listen to this whole dude's like just speech or whatever. Like, it's so much plot armor for so little reason. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna listen to him talk about liberating Pokemon and how keeping Pokemon as pets and friends and battling partners isn't fair and this, that, and the third. And yeah, he's just a big whiner, and it's so dumb too because like he trains Pokemon. So like, yeah, I never understood these rival types in the game. But yeah, so we're just gonna get through all of this. This part is a little time consuming. He just never shuts up, and it makes commentating really difficult because you have to try and find something to say because, well, like, I'm not about to sit here and try and read how small the screen is. But regardless, as you guys can see, I don't even think we actually have to battle anybody here. It just takes up a whole lot of time because you have to get through all of the dialogue and follow the storyline. So yeah, you guys see any good movies lately? No, I'm kidding. But as you can see, this is what I really like about PokeMMO. Like, there's multiple different players right now at the same part in the game that we are. So that's really, really cool to me. Yeah, this game just makes Pokemon like really, really refreshing. I am actually really enjoying playing this game on my free time. And we have a Fire Red series, and I'm just going to let you guys know, I don't know if I'm going to release Emerald before this, but I do have the first episode for Emerald made, and I have the second episode for Emerald recorded. So I've got some Emerald content coming out soon, and that's going to go with my Fire Red series and with this series. So that's really cool, and I can't wait to bring that to you guys. What is my dog doing? Hold up, I might actually... What are you doing, bud? I could have sworn my dog was just trying to chew up my laptop charger. I don't know what he was sniffing at, but like it's been... yeah, I've been watching him as I've been recording this and talking. But yeah, so we're just gonna leave this building here, and I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go heal up off screen. We're either gonna go heal up, or we're gonna go... Oh no, we're gonna go straight to the gym leader. Alright, so as you guys know, every single gym leader has a puzzle and some trainers that you have to battle. This one is no different. It's actually super easy though, so we're going to talk to this guy, get a fresh water. He gives you fresh waters before every gym in this region, which I think is really, really nice. And we're just going to go through this honey wall. Boom. And we're going to start hitting switches until the gates open. So basically the easy way to do this is just to go around the whole thing and just step on every switch and battle every person you can, so that way it'll just open up all the switches. It's really a no-brainer. So we're just going to talk to this guy and we're going to battle him. And yeah, as you guys are going to see, we are definitely under-leveled. He sent out Venipede and I saw its level, and then I sent out Blitzel, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like I'm leveled up enough for this gym. But it's okay, because off camera we level up, and by level up I mean we gain like 2 levels, and then we just play very strategically against the gym leader. So it's not anything too much to worry about. But it definitely is like a little concerning, I guess. Like in a normal Pokemon game, it's definitely... because normal Pokemon games, as you guys know, it's mainly more about just attack. And you might get lucky with the AI. With this game, I noticed, especially when I battled Charon after this gym leader, like every single AI and every single battle that matters, if you have a type advantage, they're going to switch out if possible. Like this game really does not give you or cut you any slack. So yeah, that's a thing, but it's okay because, you know, Blitzel just grew up another level and he's hurt by poison, which is never a fun time. Sorry about that, I got a text and I had to check my phone. But yeah, so basically we're just gonna try and play this smart. I don't know if I want to switch out or if I'm going to use a soda pop, but I decided to use a soda pop, so that's pretty cool. The great thing about this city, if you guys haven't played this game before, is there are vending machines all over the city, and that just means free HP restores. Well, not really free, because they're kind of expensive, but rather than going to a Pokemon Mart, if you want to use like fresh water and soda pop and lemonade, you absolutely can. There's nothing against it, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, as you can see, we're kind of not doing too hot again, but we're just going to flame charge one more time. And that should be all she wrote for this first guy. But as you can see, if Blitzel suffered that much with Flame Charge, then this is going to be quite the experience. I mean, I'm going to put the gym battle for the second episode, or not the second episode, but for the next episode, so the third episode. Little spoiler alert. And I want to do that because that battle in and of itself was pretty crazy. I had to think quite a bit. But as you guys can see, we just healed up and so we're back. We just battled this guy, so we're going to step on this switch here, and that brings down this gate and we can walk right through that honey wall, so that's pretty cool. So we're just going to leave this spot here and we're going to move on to the next part. And like I said, this game is super easy with the puzzles. Just step on everything that you can and battle as many trainers in here as you can, and the puzzle kind of solves itself. It's really kind of a no-brainer. Now this guy here, Dwebble, I'm definitely thinking about getting one of him. Maybe even like skipping out on Roggenrola. I'm not sure yet, but Dwebble, yeah, it's a tricky subject, because you think that he would be, you know, like hurt by fire, but not so much. He's actually more of a ground type Pokemon with bug type moves. So he's kind of a pain, and he definitely is the Pokemon that for this gym leader is the one that he uses to kind of throw a wrench in your plans. Every single gym leader has like a Pokemon that they kind of use to throw a wrench in your plans. Maybe they have some coverage with a certain move that they have, or their stats are just crazy, or a mixture of both. For this game here, it's a mixture of both, and then you also pair that with the fact that the AI in this game is going to switch out for type advantages. It actually gets a little annoying. It's like playing against like your little 5-year-old brother on the DS. I have some bad memories of that. Like, to put into perspective, he never attacked once. It was just constantly switching out, trying to get type advantages. It was the dumbest thing ever. But yeah, so he's gonna send out Sawaddle. And with Sawaddle, I actually don't remember. Is this the one that I decide to evolve Tepig? Either way, we're going to send out Tepig eventually, but I don't want to over-level him too much, even though he's not near the level cap. I don't want to over-level him too much just because I feel like having them a little under-leveled and having to think your way through the battles does make this a little bit more entertaining for you guys. So we're actually going to opt for Blitzel again. And I like Blitzel a lot because this particular Blitzel has a 31 speed IV stat. So I definitely am taking advantage of that, as you guys can imagine. But Blitzel's going to use the Flame Charge real quick. Not sure that it's going to get the job done, but I'm hoping it will. No, it will not. So it's his turn, and boom, he just got taken out with Tackle, but that's all right, because we are going to send out Sock, and, well, I think we're going to send out Sock. Yeah, we send out Sock. And Sock is going to be really good just because, well, yeah, he can withstand the hits, and that's all we really need. Sock actually does do a good job of being a kind of like a shield slash stall for us in this gym, just because his defense is good enough. It's not even his defense. I'm pretty sure it's his special defense. I have to take a look at his summary. But as you can see, we're just kind of inching our way here, but we use a double kick to get through Sawaddle. So that's pretty good. Servine gained boosted experience points, blah, 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 but that's another battle out of the way. And if I remember correctly, we are going to go heal up again because, well, yeah, it wouldn't be a Pokemon walkthrough of mine without me healing up after every single battle. And yeah, as you guys can see here, I'm so sorry about like the glitchiness of the game. I had to clear out a bunch of space on my laptop to make it work because I'm recording and making all these videos on a laptop, so my storage does fill up quite a bit. But we're just going to go over and we're going to step on this switch here, and then we're going to go across the way and we're going to step on that other switch right here. Or not that one right away, but I guess this one. Either way, it works. And so as you guys can see, like before, we're just going to keep on stepping on every single switch, and we're going to keep battling as many people as we can. It's really self-explanatory. Like it's actually like stupid easy. So yeah, we're gonna choose this one here, and I'm pretty sure we have a gym battle right here. Oh nope, never mind. It's in one of these top ones that like there's like a person hiding. You don't have to step on the switch, they're just kind of there. I'm pretty sure it's the one on the left now that I think about it. But yeah, so I actually don't know what I was thinking here. But we're just kind of going through the gym and trying to find as many switches as we can. So we see this guy battling here, and that's how I know we have to step on this guy and get him going. So Harlequin Rick. And yeah, at this point I'm like getting really fed up with bug type Pokemon. If I remember correctly, this guy and the second gym leader are actually the hardest gym leaders in this game. So yeah, I'm just really happy that we're kind of through with him and we've already beaten him because that was not fun. So, Blitzel speed rises, we eat a bug bite, and then from there, it's just a quick flame charge and we are done. That's about all she wrote. Alright, so with that being said, we only have, I think, one more battle left until we actually get to the gym leader, which is really nice. So, yep, we're going to beat him, and we've got like one or two more switches to step on. And so when we go through this wall, I believe this is where it is. Nope. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's in this one right here, the one that we just unlocked. That's where that person is hiding. So we're just going to go through here. And I'm pretty sure we're going to go heal up. Nope. All right, cool. We just decided to go for it. Awesome. And if I remember correctly, this is the battle where we send out Tepig. Again, I just don't want to have him too over-leveled. I just feel like, you know, it takes away the challenge of it, and it takes away the suspense, and it makes for a less entertaining battle for the gym altogether. Which is why I'm keeping Tepig so weak right now, because he's still going to walk through this place anyway, so. We're going to flame charge this guy, and doesn't quite take him out. And if I recall correctly, I think in this particular battle right here, our Blitzel faints, if I remember correctly. So he just got poisoned. And flame charge. And so no, Blitzel's actually going to win this one, but he's not going to make it through the next battle, if I remember correctly. I'm just trying to find my bearings because it's been a couple days since I recorded this. That's what happens when you have to work, kids. I don't recommend it. So we're going to send out Steve. And as you guys can see, Steve is literally 1 win away from becoming evolved. So that's pretty cool. So he's going to eat that poison tail real quick, and he's going to use an ember. And there we go. So boom, just like that. Steve gained 267 experience points, grows up to level 17, and then we're going to battle Sawaddle. And yeah, I know Sawaddle's got like the air balloon thing, whatever. So we're going to eat a quick bug bite, not very effective. And then we're just going to hit it with a quick ember. And as you guys can see, it's super effective, and we almost have the one-hit KO, so we're just going to come in, and we are going to flame charge it real quick. We almost died there. Boom, flame charge is done, and just like that, that's all she wrote, we won the battle. So Sawaddle's dead. We got a speed boost from flame charge, which is honestly amazing, because this Tepig's, its nature affects its speed negatively, but it's got a good enough speed IV that it doesn't really matter too much. But then when you add flame charge, it's constantly raising its speed. So I love that. Our Tepig is really strong, and now he's a Pig Knight. So that's really, really cool. And we're going to learn Arm Thrust. So which move are we going to get rid of for Arm Thrust? We are actually going to get rid of Odor Sleuth. Reason why is because I would prefer to keep Defense Curl. Rather than having to play like extra like cautious and like, you know, against ghost types and all that. I know it's going to be useful later on down the line where Odor Sleuth can allow like, you know, you to hit ghost type Pokemon and whatnot, but I would much rather just keep the defense curl on Pig Knight. Just because, you know, why would I not keep a defense stat booster on a Pokemon that is kind of like the tank on our team right now? It just makes perfect sense to me. So we are actually going to get rid of Odor Sleuth. And it did take me a little while to make this decision. I was really debating on which one, but ultimately that's the decision I came down to. So we got rid of Odor Sleuth, and we are going to replace it with, I don't even remember what it was called. It's Arm something, Arm Thrust. Cool. So just like that, we step on this switch and boom, we have now unlocked the gate to get to the 3rd gym leader. So of course, we're going to go heal up, and we are going to actually end off this episode not at the gym because I'm going to go train off camera. But I figured, hey, why not we just end this episode off with a little bit of cinematics? I think Pinwheel Forest is gorgeous, so we're just going to go up the bridge. And yeah, that's another thing I really, really like about this Pokemon game, or just the Unova region in general, is that it's based off of New York. So I think that just the graphics and like, you know, like the overall landscape just looks gorgeous in this game. And I really wanted to include the bridge because I kind of skipped forward. So we're actually going to end this off in Pinwheel Forest. But yeah, let's just enjoy this view. I remember when this first came out on the DS and I first crossed this bridge, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, what the heck? This is like futuristic. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's cute. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, we're going to get through this bridge and we are going to get to the forest where we will end off this episode. If I remember correctly, I only leveled up in like a Pig Knight like 2 levels or so, like 2 or 3 levels, and then we just went right back to the gym leader. So not too much of leveling up to do, but it was enough to get us through. So yeah. Oh man. Are you guys excited for this series? I'm very excited. I can't wait to get to the other regions and just start catching Pokemon. Like I said, I'm not going to do one storyline at a time. I'd much rather just kind of separate them and do little bits at each time. But as you guys can see, we are back at the forest, and I love the landscape and the design of it. It's just so great in this game. Also, the rebattling for trainers is amazing. But that's all for today, guys. Until next time, peace.